Hello and welcome. Today we will have a look at the interior of the Ioniq 5. So to start with, this is what the key looks like, and we'll jump inside. So the car welcomes you and the handles pop out. As you can see, you can unlock the car manually in case need be. So there is a metallic part of the key that comes out, and this is what the interior looks like. Full electric seats, as you would expect. You cannot see any Hyundai sign in the interior. Even on the steering wheel we have just these 4 dots, that's about it. The seats are quite busy, but they look very comfortable, and they are very comfortable. So fully electrically adjusted, as you would imagine, and you have different types of stitching. The leather is quite nice, and around it you have some plastic around it. So here, as well as on the top panels, it's quite soft, so it's okay, yet it is plastic. 2 big screens, and you have some physical buttons, and here you have sensitive buttons as well as some small screens that will tell you what is the temperature that you have selected. So I think this is quite neat, because you don't need to lose a lot of time going into the menu to try to find all the climate control settings. So you have the front screen, so in front of the driver, a screen that will give a lot of information in terms of driving, and then the central screen that obviously will give you a lot of information on the car and settings around media and so on and so forth. The gear shifter is a mix of plastic and, well, it's aluminium. I'm not sure it's real aluminium, but it feels okay. It doesn't feel really premium, but it doesn't feel cheap either. So the volume knob is quite nice, as well as these buttons. So the one thing that is for sure is that it is unusual. So it's great that Hyundai decided to do something different, and they dared to do something different. We have a head-up display with a lot of information that can show on this head-up display. It can show you the cars in the traffic, the speed limits, the directions, and so on. On the seats themselves, so on the right seat, there are some shortcut buttons. So there are 2 buttons that allow me to adjust the rear seats, both of them in fact. So you have 40-60 split for the rear seat, and I can adjust, so move them back and forward depending on whether I want more storage space in the trunk or whether I want more legroom for the passengers. The door panel, this is what it looks like. This particular model has the Bose sound system, and as you can see, so you have a mix of different materials. All of them are synthetic materials. This part looks, I think, quite interesting. The rest of it is strange because you have stitching on plastic, which, yeah, looks a little bit strange. The central speaker has a plastic grill that keeps this pixel setup that you see on on a lot of elements of this car, like the lighting and so on. And here you can see on the dash some inspiration, I would say, from Toyota and Lexus, I would say. One other interesting thing is the glove compartment. So it's a sliding compartment rather than just an opening door. So, and you have a lot of storage space in the center. The center console can move. That's quite nice. And you have induction charging right here in the middle, so that is quite useful, quite convenient. Two big cup holders, some USB ports to recharge your devices, another one here, and another 12-volt charger right in front. So you have space here to put a bag, for example, or some other stuff, and this contributes to this impression of having a lot of space. And you do have a lot of space. So on this model we have no panoramic roof. In fact, we have solar panels on the roof, so it is normal that there is no panoramic roof. In the back there is, I think, enough space to sit three. I've tried it, so I tried sitting behind myself, and there is enough space. I will show you right now. There we go. Yeah, a lot of space here, so this is quite okay. And this is what the front looks like of the interior. The steering wheel, a lot of buttons, a mix of physical buttons, touch sensitive buttons. There is the drive mode button that will allow you to go from eco to normal and sport. Yeah, the way the car behaves changes quite a lot if we go from normal to sport, as well as to eco, so you can really feel it. Interesting touch for all the pedals. You have the plus and minus. Yeah, so the interior is a success. I think that the more conventional drivers will appreciate it. A lot of physical buttons, and you will find the usual controls where you would expect them to be, so you do not need to rediscover a car and the way you need to drive it. So I think that it is less confusing as it would be, for example, driving a Tesla. That's about it. I hope you enjoyed it. Do not hesitate to subscribe and tell me what you think about the interior of this Ioniq 5. Bye!